himself as a blemish. No longer could man see himself as the excellency of God's creation. Did you know that, I mentioned earlier, man is the best thing that God made? The very best. Even the angels cannot be compared to man. Nothing can be compared to man. Nothing. And then God wrapped that man with all of his glory and called it perfection. But when man trespassed, what we did was to strip ourselves of that glorious clothing and expose ourselves to the wiles of satanic oppression. One of the things the devil will always do is to remind God of how that man is uncovered, of how that man is unfit, of how that man is unqualified. When we know the story of Job in the Bible, of the book of Job, the Lord was making a boast. I heard someone say something like, God, please don't make a boast about me. I'm not ready. Now, making a boast, and he said, Job enjoys all of these things because you are covering him. Which means that there has to be a move by God that can preserve a man. The Job who did not know, who had not seen Jesus physically, he had not been with the Lord, which you know, but had a righteousness that even God could boast of. You should wonder. But here's the question: how could Job have that kind of righteousness? The Lord had a covering for him. And so the devil went to negotiate on the covering. What you just need to do to check how devoted this man is, take out his covering. Every single human being who was born under Adam, when the scripture said this, for all have sinned and have come short of the glory, what it means is that everyone who is born to sinful Adam is born out of the glory. You are born naked. You are born polluted. You are born sinful. You came to this world as beautiful as you are, with your hair well done, your nails in place, your suit and your tie, everything on point. What you need to know, what you ought to know, is that you are in this world unclothed. You are uncovered. And so what you need is another glory covering. What you need is a covering of glory. The glory of the Lord is not something it's not a thing for us we don't measure by what we see. The glory of the Lord was not a thing to say, okay, he has this. It is not a function of what the man has. The glory of the Lord is an aura of his presence. The glory of the Lord, the man's covering, which is the glory that comes from God, it is his ability to consistently and perfectly, without any mitigation, commune with God. Commune with God. Interface with God. You know why? Because man is a spirit being. Man is a spirit that dwells in a body and has a soul. But man is essentially a spirit. And a spirit that is not communicating, that is not connected to its source, is a dying spirit. So what Jesus did, which is the same thing God did, the provision God made in Jesus Christ, was this: God sent a worthy sacrifice. I'll show you. When you go to that scripture again, let's just go back again to that place. Genesis chapter 3. Genesis 3, read from verse let's read from verse 14.